Mic check. It looks like you can hear me now, huh? Yikes. I am super bummed that that happened. There goes the past 2 hours. I mean, that's going to be a source of stress, right? There goes the past 2 hours of hard work recording everything, and apparently it's gone. But now we get it back. All right, so our challenge is a little bit scuffed, but it's okay because you know what? This will give us a good opportunity to work on everything that we wanted to talk about. Unfortunately, we're going to have to re-record everything, but that's not that big of a deal. The idea is that, yeah, we had something stressful come in. We've been working on our deep breaths, especially smaller breaths in between missed CS like that. You just take a quick breath and say, all right, it's okay. I got this. I can still do it. I can get these last hits. Step away from this. And just that breath can allow you to accept that mistakes were made. And again, obviously, we're not challenging ourselves for how much we can kill a Warwick. It's how much we can get into fights and still get our CS, and whether or not we can still control ourselves. So again, we had another pretty stressful moment, right? It wasn't really stressful, but we were trying to get a kill. It took 100% of our attention to try to get animation cancels and to try to get 100% of our damage profile off. And so that means a small breath. And I'm going to want to find a way to make some time for myself as well here. Now, quick quiz. When's the next cannon? Who knows? If you said 7 minutes, then you were correct. All right. Oops, I didn't want to do that yet. Small mistake. Take a small breath. Obviously, this guy does not matter. We can just leave him here. If he wants to fight us, we'll fight him, but actually, we could have done this slightly better by pulling the wave with us. Now, I want this wave to come back out because I want it to come back here. My wave's going to start pushing in, and it's at least going to collide with these guys. Hopefully, it's still under the turret. The delay of those guys is going to make it a little bit worse. But we come back, and let's say we do something like this. Now, we're 7 minutes in. We're doing on farm. We've missed a handful that we could have gotten easily, and plus the fight's on the Warwick, but now's a good time to take our deep breath. We're coming back from base, right? 4 in, 4 hold. Exhale for 4. And then that sets our mind right for the task at hand, right? What are we going to try to do against this guy? We've got a huge stat lead, right? We can absolutely just take any fight we want against him. Now we're going to try to play for a freeze here. With Sun, Fire Cape, with Bomby Cinder, this can be a little bit challenging, but we're going to try to maintain this freeze as best we can. If I do miss a CS, I'm just going to take that small breath, just the one, and I'm going to try to be really present with where am I right now, what are the lane states. All right, I could be taking a peek at what's going on another lane. Looks like mid's stacking up, about to come in. It means we might have a roam from a mid laner coming down to our lane. It's also 8:15, means next wave is a cannon. So I need to start preparing this wave as if a cannon's coming next, right? It is. There's a cannon right here, so I just want to prepare myself. I don't want to get in a position where I can't thin the wave in response to a big push. This is completely newbie. It seems like they've made the beginner bots even worse. Small breath. We had a little bit of stress. They take the small breath, and let's see, we missed a little one. That's okay. Another small breath. And now, because we drew the aggro on our minions, we're free firing on him, plus the fact that our minions are much stronger because of the higher level discrepancy. It means that we're going to have a push here. Missed a cannon, so we take a small breath. We just refocus our attention for the task at hand. Wasn't worth. Now we have Bomby Cinder and Bramble Vest, so we don't want to be careful about drawing any amount of turret aggro, but we'd want to come and take this. If we were really snowballing against an enemy, we probably wouldn't want to get either of these items that can allow them to draw aggro under the turret. We'd want to be able to stack as many plates as possible, right? So they're not the best for this situation, but that's all right. Now talking, that's another stressful thing. I have to think about what to say, how to say, and I'm still trying to get last hits at the same time. It's a small stress, but it's stress, so I'm going to take another breath for myself and just remind myself, all right, here we go. We've got a task, a couple more hits to get. I did miss my window to go proxy before 10 minutes. And I can see for myself, 70 CS at 10 against this bot, really, really low for me. Really low. Now, I am doing a lot. I'm explaining things as I'm going. I'm trying to manipulate and add things in. Plus, we had the big stressor of the fact that the microphone wasn't on. My goodness, I can't believe I didn't do it. Thanks so much, Metacrisis, for sharing that with me. But yeah, that's one that's actually going to linger a little bit because I just spent 2 hours on patch notes and doing this lesson on optimization, and it's wasted. So that's a pretty big one, right? That affects me deeper than anything else in that game, and that's one that I'm going to have to say, all right, I'm a little bit agitated. I can feel tightness in my chest, a little bit of embarrassment too. I feel a little bit of embarrassment right here in the back of my skull. That's like, I can't believe I did that. Like, how could you be that stupid? But, you know, people make mistakes. It's not something that I expected to have to look at, that the microphone for any reason would have been off. I have no idea why it was, but it's fixed now. It is what it is. I suppose I should check to make sure that the microphone is working, or that the sound is working as well. So if we just go back to the music we had on earlier, this isn't on either. Why? OBS did have an update. Okay, now we've got our sounds back. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. Can't change the past, can only go into the future and see how we're going to do it. All right, as far as optimizing, I'm not optimized, because I'm stressed still. I can feel it still. Anytime you're feeling an emotion and you're trying to get used to what your baseline activity is going to look like, think of a actual physical tell. Where on your body are you feeling the emotion that you have? Could be that you're short on breath. Could be tightness in your chest. It could be looseness in your muscles when you're a little bit like too nervous. So I'm going to do another little exercise right now. I'm going to focus on my breathing, try to regulate that. I'm going to start picturing the best Rakan plays. You know, it might even be a good time to look at a Rakan play. That could have been done better with ease. Using E to close the gap, but the move speed is nice. While you're rooted, you can use that activation there. Oh, nice play of the chain CC there. Okay, nice little layering. We're there. We're there. That's all it took. We're back up. I can tell I'm not as good as I was before. But before I was like near 100%. Gonna use some of our pre-games. You got this. What are the plans? Going over some of my strategies on Rakan. The process that we went through. Taking only aggressive actions when we know that aggressive actions are allowed, meaning we can't take it when we don't have knowledge of the jungler. We're going to try to scale a little bit more than trying to do things in the lane phase. A little bit more priority on Q and poke and making sure to disengage as opposed to trying to do anything else. The roaming, right? Making sure that we're out on the map. Every single recall, we're doing something to get back out on the map. We have to have a reason to come back straight to bot lane before we go straight back to bot lane. And today's object at hand, making sure that every single time we touch the fountain, that we take that deep breath. If there's a small misplay, rather than judge my opponents or my teammates, instead just take a small breath in those moments. Can't change it. It's done. They're going through the stress of making that mistake anyways. I don't need to compound it or double up on it. Here I see Veigar picked. Katarina. That guy had to look up his favorite Veigar counters. All right, now as far as baseline activation, the things that we want to do. Hold on, is this a Veigar bot or Veigar support? Could be. Looks like it's going to be LeBlanc mid. What kind of objectives, what sort of things am I looking for? And this is another thing, a way that you can optimize yourself. As you're getting into the game and the team structures start taking shape, you can start taking a look at what the fights are going to look like. That's part of priming. You can prime yourself to elevate your baseline in those spots. Right now they're heavily indexed on AP. Makes Abyssal Mask very good for my team. Briar has one source of magic damage, right? They did change the Q to magic, is that right? Katarina could be any kind of mixes. We have some true damage. There's the Lux. So this bot lane is... we can punish them between... and we win all in bot. Let's see, we've got stun, root in this. Might be a game for a cleanse. It looks like this guy's got cleanse. We're fine here. Exhaust, not going to do that much against Master Yi. Not going to slow him, and he does deal true damage. Also might be too slow for the other one, so we might go here, or we might go one of the other elements. Also, they're mostly upfront bursting catch, so we're going to go like this. Revitalize for the extra shields. Want to do this for the extra presence in lane for those all-ins. Rakan generally does not have the best laning phase, but in this lane against an awful Veigar LeBlanc lane that is purely based on cooldowns, or Veigar Lux, whichever one it is, we should be able to just run them down with Ashe. Now, if I want to all in these guys, what I really want to do is this.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Aurelion Sol is super susceptible in the top lane. We might have to finish that for them. They're also bringing
30 seconds until minions spawn.
They're also bringing tier, which could be a problem.
spawn.
You're going for an invade? Oh boy. All right, late invade I like, but we gotta communicate that a little bit better. Just distract them for a moment if they're here. My man gets a stack. Master Yi. Take a small breath. I wish Ash had engaged there, but she didn't, and I can't change that. And she just used her W on minions. Alright, there's this guy. We're gonna go fight this. That guy's in. That's a win. These are all wins for us. I'm gonna go catch this wave, see if I can hold it back for the Katarina. I can't, but we're gonna share this. You want to shop, my lady?
An enemy has been slain.
So good. As long as Ash doesn't get dove here. I really wanted to stay there long enough, and maybe I should have taken a gold just to get the support item. Alright, take a deep breath. We went back to base. This guy can invade for sure. We've got Prio here. He wants to go for Dragon, that's fine too. Yeah, that's a mistake on me. That's on me. I guess I just got to keep this till we get the support item now. Now it's gone very, very poorly for us. But I'm not going to path towards bottom. This is times where I'm talking, and then we said that we were going to reset our mental, right? And not have to take those. So let's do it. Crash this. Nope, I need to not do that. I can stop her back here. I don't mind taking a little bit of extra damage because there's no threat of me dying. This is actually a fantastic play. I probably need to mute Katarina because she's already shown propensity to like try to communicate kind of negatively, and right now I'm stalling her in this lane. I want to keep this lane right here. Again, no threat of anyone hitting me, and I'm pulling this wave so it saves all the minions. Alright, let's see if we can recruit the Briar over. That's on me. I went too soon.
Enemy killing spree. Slain.
Go this way, Van Cat.
Turret has been destroyed.
We're not gonna take this blast, this Squire Bloom. I could have healed there. Missed it. I think we have someone that wanted to counterpick Vhagar and doesn't know how to play Katarina, but it is what it is. We can try to set them up for success. I'm not playing that great either. There's plenty of things I can do. Also, we have an Asol, you know, Asol versus Volibear is always going to be tough, especially AP Volibear can push him in, basically with no counterplay. Is this where I want to be? I don't know. I was hoping to get hit with the lightning there. Got the shutdown. Beautiful. Alright, Ash gets some solo time here. Might be a go next turn. Go in. Okay. I don't think people are very comfortable ready to play. It's alright. It is what it is. But it certainly looks like people are typing at each other. But for me, I'm still cool. I'm still ready. GG. Unlucky. All right, was I able to stay calm? Was I able to activate? I felt pretty activated. I still feel a little bit embarrassed about not having my microphone ready before. That's obnoxious, right? I don't know how we're going to get past that. Just in the past, it doesn't matter anymore, right? We can just watch, we can watch through that. It's not that big of a deal. We can always re-record. In-game, there were a couple moments where I was clicking at like my max speed, but I didn't quite like really get up the way that I did on the one of the last streams that we had, which was just, you know, bucking the trend, trying to say like, no, I can click faster than let's try to click like I'm an 18-year-old, not a 38-year-old. And I definitely did not get up to that level. So that's something I can get higher. I can definitely go more. I was a little bit concerned with the stream and with the Katarina, and not enough with what I'm doing for myself. So overall, I think I have to give myself an L at that game. I can do better. All right, there's things that I can do way better as far as optimizing my own performance, and then making sure that I'm just doing the very best. I think I did a really good job on my objective, which was to reset every single time that I got back to Fountain, but I never really optimized. So it's in like that gray area. Can do better. Did do the thing that I set out to do. So I guess we have to give ourselves a W, because every recall we took a deep breath, we did positive self-talk, and we were good. But we the other things have to do with streaming, right? So I just need to let the streaming part go. Do it like I'm just doing it at my very best, like I'm trying to climb, and not worry about the other elements. Those things are always going to be there, as you know, it's a streamer diff thing. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit, and each moment that I speak here is a moment that I have to take away slightly from here. even if it's just articulating a thought process, that is slower than just thinking it and then getting to the next step. So there's definitely elements that we can do better. One thing that we didn't do that we wanted to do was to just get into one of those champions and see if the collision radius felt any different on them, but it's going to be really tough to put that to the test. They have so much sustained DPS. I don't know if the aftershock, the Guardian page is going to do it for us. I think we're going to want to be here. This is the extra 50 gold, plus a slightly better first ultimate, plus a extra skill point at 9 versus having access to Hex Flash. All right, here we go. Aggressive options. We need to make sure that we're staying away from Morgana. Shyvana not likely to be ganking. Ahri does have the push advantage on Akali starting at level 3. Udyr is going the Tiger stance build. Skarner's going to be bullying up in the top lane. We might have to try to go swing this lane at level 6. Skarner does have some counterplay to Nasus. When Nasus turns on his ultimate, he can just go for the ult in response. Try to drag him under turret or something, but you have to be careful because Nasus might just want to stay with you, and he's going to be burning you with the passive on the ultimate the whole time. We're going to want to be super active. They're going to have the push. There's not much we can do against it if they choose to make it happen, so we have to be careful with that. We can help springboard the Udyr and try to punish more with level 2-3 of Misfortune. But we're always going to have to be cognizant of Morgana Qs. Not so much about Shyvana, but trying to find the Shyvana will be important to start the game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
I missed my recall window. We see Shiva on the top means that we could play for some aggression. Hey, no, 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 no. Whoops. Great ward. Just shielding for the Udyr. Now it's time to make a play here on the Ahri, make her ultimate. Hey, she got me right in the middle of that.
Killing spree.
That is too bad. I could have walked the Jinx in.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, we can do better in the micro. You're going all the way back. Alright, all the way back, lady. Got one. That's right. I really want 5, guys. I really want 5. Alright, Udyr's getting an invade off of that as well, so we'll just ping back the Skarner. We'll shove this, and then we'll all in bot. Uh-oh. Jinx Rocket. Tried to peel for him, it's not going to be good enough. Damn. Should have just given it to the Shyvana. And I gave her a delay on the extra empower too. Shot, nice shot. Barely beating her for something. Master. Eating even.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So by taking these deep breaths, right? Taking these moments, even when there's some things I could be, trying to look at how did Udyr get himself into that spot, but realistically, it's much more valuable for me and my team to think of, okay, what's next? Check items, right? Do habitually good things, like see where we're at. And even right now, me talking means I'm a little bit late to a rotation here. Kraken Slayer, which sucks. I didn't get my ignite off. She better die.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Destroyed a turret.
They want to stack. Oh, get out, dude. We do not want this. Get out. Okay. Did just enough.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alright, Dragon Stacking is online. We got one more to play for a huge spike. We probably get them to concede if we just win that fight, and then if they don't, we still should have enough advantage to actually play through the rest of the game. Venting. There's no way. Okay. Gonna be close. At least we get it under a third. We're pushing this up. Team's taking other advantages. We got Trailblazer as well. And we just won everything. Everyone's dead. Alright, so we just finished breaking this turret.
Has destroyed a turret.
Big boosts. Big boosts. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, the emo game. I love it. We just engage this, we push mid, and then we go to I don't know. I didn't even see what I caught from them. Maybe it was nothing. we go, dragon. We burst it. Beautiful zone control. We did a good job here. The only thing that we could have done better was have more people in the mid lane to keep that pushing rather than bot. So we have more threat on the base, but this is plenty. Block for the Udyr. Got him. Hey, it's Carter, baby. I love it. My gosh, that guy's huge. Let's dance, baby. And 50 gold. Clean. All right. Our emotions were great. Way more activated this time than last time. Fantastic. Did a good job taking our resets at base, taking those deep breaths. Hopefully you guys were able to join in with me. It's all a matter of practice. It's all a matter of rehearsal. You just have to make it part of your thing. So you have to do it day in, day out. Go in, start each day with a practice tool and say, I'm just going to do my 100 CS challenge and do it with intent to stay calm, make sure that I'm always optimized, coming back up, and doing the very best that I can, bringing your best player to the game every single time. It's a little bit harder than you might realize. A lot of people think that they play their best, and then they do play their best. And you hear it in like post-game interviews a lot. I really gave it, I was 110%. That means that guy exists at 90%. Always. And on that day, only on that day, at that time, were they able to dial up to 99%. We're giving ballparks. And that feeling of, I really played even better than I normally think I can, that's what that means. It means that most games, they're sitting at a 90% level, and that's their threshold, and they can't get higher. I know that was the case for me. Now, I was a fierce competitor, absolutely fierce, but it wasn't until someone fouled me and it didn't get called, cheap shots or a call went the wrong way. Something needed to like flip that switch in me for me to be able to dial in and tap into that last 10%. That's something I wish I could have learned to do back then. I was a great athlete, but I didn't have it. I didn't have that, like, I need to kick in. I remember as a kid I had that, but it got trained out of me. It really did. People are like, don't be that fierce. Let other people have the ball. Let other people have a chance. Those sort of things can be really damaging to a kid's psyche. And they learn to share, which is good. But when it comes to a competitive field, if that's what you've been told to adjust, be like, no, you're winning by too much. Let other people have some fun. That can be hard to get back, right? And you need to retrain yourself to be able to turn on that switch and to be able to play and to share, especially if you have little siblings, right? Or if you're the biggest or best player in your group, you're used to being told, come down a level so that other people can play. And while that's good for other people having fun, it's not good for you to be the best version of yourself. You need to be able to train that up. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. That was a great game for it. That was a big W for it. Absolutely had a blast with it. Anyone who's just joining the channel, what we have been going into is the optimization. This is a coaching channel. We work with pro teams. We work with scholarship players. And we've been going through, despite the month hiatus, which, we needed a break. But we're going over the different techniques, and this is just one of 9 different lessons that people get when they sign up for the full throttle version of the academy, right? So when you sign up for the academy, you're getting everything in there. You guys can check it out at gigagamingacademy.com, and there's special rates going in. You can use code GigaGamer, and if you're a first timer, then you can go and get a free eval. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Trying to give back to the community, trying to push it into this. It's fun coaching this thing. Coaching all of these elements is a lot of fun, especially now that my son is about to be 10 and he's starting to want to compete, right? Previously, I was very much on the boat of let's keep things, everything's fun, and it should always be fun. But the fun element changes as you start wanting to compete more, right? And a lot of that comes for boys from puberty, right? Just wanting to compete. I very much desire to stick it to my opponent, right, and give him the best possible. So now he's wanting to get this. How do I do this? Right, well, I can do this trick on Briar where I can actually get an extra attack off if I use this sequence, and if I do this, on the second rank we can get 7 attacks before you have to reactivate. And he's like really starting to think in that level, in that way. So we're going to, everything that I teach you, he gets it. He's going to be a primed candidate for a superstar League of Legends player. We'll see. The work ethic still needs to come a little bit, but it's almost there. I'm going to take a game now to go into ranked flex. I did my best of 3 there for bot lane. I achieved my goals. It was a W. You know what? I should take my break. As always, we do our best of 3s. That first game was like a gray area enough where I might want to come back. No, it is. We're going to do it. We're going to play this ranked flex to play. This is where I play my solo lanes and try to activate and show you guys what it's like from a solo laner's point of view. So there, as a support, you can't control. There's a lot of elements in the game that you cannot control. There's a lot of things that you are reliant on other people. So it's important to not judge, just let things go, let it drop, just activate to be the best version of yourself. What's up, Madison? How you doing? Saying hi from Facebook today. Appreciate it. I think this might be the first discovery on Facebook. How are you, Maddie? Do you go by Maddie? Streaming's going great. We're having an awesome class on performance optimization, which I think I actually have to get back into because apparently I was muted at the beginning. So I'll give you guys the short version. I'll re-record it for myself later, but basically where we left off, I had a hell of a month. March into April, we had in our family 3 COVIDs, 2 streps, and a partridge in a lightning strike. I got electrocuted, and it led April to be a very all right, let me settle into the things that I know I love for my family, spend some more time with them because, it all could have ended right in that moment. And it gave some new perspectives, so I took a little break from streaming. But where we left off last was pre-performance optimization, how to get yourself up. And people either listen to music, or they watch montages, or they analyze play, or they watch pro. A lot of things to get rid of the sources of stress, allow yourself to become the best honed-in version of your own warrior, and to go into the game, allowing you to have a head start, right? So this is us. This is all of our Giga Gamers. Their baseline is here. Most people just come into game right here, and then they just go blip, blip. Oh, there's a fight, blip. Oh, I care more. All right, this is the big fight, blip. We want to be able to go up here and then go up, turn it on, accelerate, move the accelerator up, and then come back down and take a deep breath, which is what we're working on today. Right, so our baseline is higher, which means our activation is higher, and then we're going to make sure that we come down, because the other thing that people do, they activate. You see these blips right here? This sort of acceleration in their attentiveness, they don't come down. So really it's, I go up, 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 and eventually you're just on this full throttle for too long, and you don't have that moment, and you end up crashing, coming down. That is a risk. The risk that you run is... the way we explained it before is if you are driving your car, right, and you are throttling, right, 1500, 1800 RPMs, you're good. But then you start moving up you're saying, I'm going to accelerate. You don't want to be in that red line for long. In fact, you would want to downshift or you want to upshift your gear and then say, all right, I've accelerated. I've done what I want to do. Now I need to come back to a resting spot. Your car naturally does this by yourself. Anyone who has a standard clutch knows exactly what we're working with, but people with automatics, your car does it. It goes up and then settles. And it says, okay, you want to go up more? Let's settle. All right, you want to go up more? Let's settle. You don't want to be in that elevated state for too long. Your engine will fail. Same thing happens with our brains. Our brain will fail. It'll go to that maximum strength for too long and then it will crash down. We want to avoid that by going back down, building in these resets where we come back down to a rest position. We're mindful of our breath. We're taking a deep breath every time we come back into the fountain. And then we come back up, positive self-talk. We talk about our strategies. What do we want to accomplish next time we come back out on the map? That brings us back up onto the baseline, so we're activated, and then we do the same thing. We come back up for fights. And then as the game goes on and the importance of those fights is a little bit more impactful, then we might elevate for a little bit longer or a little bit higher. But today is all about getting back to that baseline, resetting, and getting into the next groove so that you're primed, ready to go full throttle again at the end. All right, we've got Shaco. We don't have enough information about what everyone else is doing, so we're going to go to Azir. Madison, do I stream daily and do I stream on Kick and Twitch? Yes, I'm on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and soon to be LinkedIn as well. Basically, we're trying to bring to the masses the opportunity, like what high performance coaching is like, what professionals go through when they want to compete. And it's our goal to elevate people, and especially teenagers who are looking for esports scholarships, to get in there. I don't know if I will have another window to get into the pro scene, but ultimately if we do, that'd be great. But getting a bunch of all-star gamers to rock it, that's what we're doing here. All right, they have the OP Sejuani. Probably going to be Sejuani top, Lee Sin. It could be Lee Sin solo lanes, could be Lux here. Akali. All right, Akali we want to stick it to. Could be Lux. Could be Jin Sejuani. Could be Lee Sin. I think in almost all of those cases we want to be here. So we're going to go Cheap Shot, we're going to go Mana Flow and Scorch to try to get the absolute most out of the lane phase. Because we have Hail of Blades, we don't need to have the attack speed, although sometimes that's nice as well. The extra shield can be good here. We're going to do this, and yeah, let's try to have a bullish lane phase. We can also do it with Comet. We could also do it with Fleet Footwork. There's just not that much poke that they can hit back. I don't need the Fleet or the Grasp, I don't think. Yeah, join on Twitch, absolutely. It's Giga Gaming, or twitch.tv/Giga Gaming Academy. The YouTube channel is the one I focus on the most. That's where we upload our coaching content. The other ones are just to funnel in as much as possible. Do you play, Madison? All right, we have a significant advantage in champion mastery and summoner ranks. Well, I guess we don't know about this one. So this moment, again, as a recap for those of you just joining us, we want to take this time to start activating by using game script, right? Trying to figure out exactly what we're going to try to accomplish against an Akali who's got second wind and Fleet Footwork and most likely Revitalize. So they're going to try to sustain up through the lane phase. We don't want to take any Qs in return, and we certainly don't want to get any empowered auto attacks. If we do, we can generally trade in with an E, but we're going to try to force her into the position of farming with her Q and see if we can't punish those windows to the maximum every time that we can. As we make a mistake, we're going to take short breaths, right? Just a short, long breath. Take a breath in, take a breath out, let it go, let it absolve. And then every time that we go back to base, every time that we're in fountain, either from a death or from a recall, we're going to take a 16-second box breath. Since I just activated a lot right now at a moment where it may not be optimal, let's do that together. We're going to go 4 seconds in. Hold for 4. Out for 4. And hold for 4. That's going to deny the cortisol to the brain, allow us to come back down. I'm feeling a little bit tight here because I've been talking a lot. So let me get back into my rituals.
Minions have spawned.
Start thinking about how I want to address this Lee Sin Akali. Lee Sin's going to try to carry this lane. That could have gotten me killed. I should have done it a little bit later. Alright, there's the Lee Sin on a full clear. I'll just hedge left. Shaco's going to go for an invade, which is perfect. I'm going to try to synergize with him by pushing here. I didn't see the Lee Sin leave. That's on me. No. It is really throwing me off to not have these sets. So I could get an assist right there, right? The fact that I pin Akali to her turret means I get a significant lead for the Shaco here. And it's all because of red to red. He's able to invade and fight him at the blue buff. Now I'm just going to work for myself and get myself a good recall. Now that I've created a lead for my jungler, the only thing left is to create a lead for me. I've missed a lot of CS though, unfortunately, and I think this is where we're going to leave it. Gonna try to move him over to the Shaco side. Unfortunately, this is just enough for her to get a freeze off, which means I should be trying to push more. Come at me. It's actually not where I want to be. Now I'm low on mana. I have to fix this. I did not want to do the Shaco's plan. I could have pinged him off. I did not need to flash there. Alright, I've got the lane state that I want. Shaco's going for another invade. This guy hit 5 though, so I have to be a little bit careful, and that Q should be enough to push the wave back into me. do a little bit of Lee Sin proofing, and then we'll come back to my frozen wave, and she'll have to teleport and come back into an XP deficit. Hey, this attack speed's really throwing me off. I don't know about that. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Again, I could get an assist for that, right? Like, very, very easily. Should be enough to stop her from being able to push the rest of the way in. Close. No, it's not a cannon wave. I screwed it up. 830 is the cannon wave. That would have ensured that she couldn't get this push in, which means I have to give back some of the XP that I gained for myself before. Not too much, though. Just the 2 melees here. Sucks. That's not far enough. I should have not even taken the aggro here. Fuck me! That's so bad. Alright. I need to try to get out of that reaction. It didn't do me any good. That was completely forced. That was really, really bad. Okay. Deep breath in. Looks getting the shutdowns alright. Probably could have hit her harder.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
So that's a good reaction. A little mistake. I went to WE, let myself resolve, and then hit the Q, and normally that's a window. It's actually kind of promising. That means my ISP has actually gotten better that got in. But I'll have to take note of that, and that's a good thing, right? I can learn from that. It's not a mistake that I need to hold myself to. That wall could have gotten me killed there. I played that really poorly, and I didn't ping to the Shaco that I was going back in. It's about as bad as we could have had it show up. What is it you're interested in getting in contact with, Madison? Yeah, see right there, that was even faster than the timing I did earlier, and it did not work. So I don't know. We'll have to see whether or not that becomes a thing. We take our deep breath. Reset after the tremendous misplay there, and that's okay. It's behind us. It's in the past. Caitlyn can come to this lane. We can rotate over. I didn't see where it was, but
shut down.
I want to get back to aggress. That's my bad. Got you.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yo! Oh, come on, Peel. Hide, hide, hide. Not like that. There you go, trap. Combo. Oh, she wasted animations on a Q. These guys are not on the same page at all. But my body's telling me, yeah. Well, the past minute really sucked. Let's take our deep breath. Not doing it to be mad. Hopefully it doesn't come across as being mad, although it probably does. Now he's going in? Okay. worth. But like Pantheon continuously trying to gank a Sejuani is like, that's the worst target. You want to get anyone but that. All right, 18 seconds on our teleport.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I should be able to clear this.
Has been destroyed.
Not even trying to. Uh-oh, guy's dead.
An ally has been slain. An enemy
Almost enough window to get... Yeah, there might be. Shit, nope. Missed it. Should have gone straight behind them. Missed. That's the sort of thing that happens when you're on overdrive, right? And you're like, oh, I've made a mistake, let me try to double down. Jaco going on Sejuani feels like a fool's errand. That's the kind of fight we want against the tank. Okay, do your job.
An enemy is legendary.
see the Sejuani.
Ally has been slain. An enemy is legendary. Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I had 3 seconds left on my ult. Big worth.
Ally has been slain.
Uh-oh. Max range, no minions. Yeah, we can do better than that, guys. Oh, Sejuani, my baby. Although, this guy's huge compared to me. 3 items, and he had Koenig, Worker, and Heartsteel for the procs there, and I had not finished this. Should be enough for the kill. That thing deals magic damage, though. You just ult in there to die.
Your turret has been destroyed.
What? Bobby, dude. I tried. Ugh. We can do a lot better. There's a lot of things we've been making mistakes on. We need to try to encourage the Shaco to get it. Pantheon's just inting. Come on. That guy's dead.
Shut down. Inhibitor has been destroyed. Enemy double kill.
Oh, we tried. We tried our best. Anyways, I feel great. I played close to my best. There's a lot of things that I could have done slightly better that comes with not all the expertise on Azir. A little bit rusty. Haven't tried to compete on that champion in a while, so I can do those things better. Those are certainly elements that we talk about when it comes to one-tricking and how you can do things best. But as far as being in a solo lane, having to deal with the ups and downs of people, I'm super happy with how we handled that. And that's what we want. We want to be able to take that and grow. And now I can take the lessons from this game, try to do a little bit better with every little element and try to perform that much higher. But we push that. We keep on pushing, raising that bar up. We understand that we are playing against players that are probably much, much better than us. But because we're constantly trying to play near our peak, it allows us to compete against players that are more talented. And that's what we want from you. And if you are really talented, then this will allow you to just start skyrocket climbing, right? Because that's how Smurfs act. They take that I can crush you mentality and play their highest at a level with people that aren't there. They're just going to steamroll climbing, right? That's why TF Blade's able to carry a 90% win rate all the way to Challenger, because he's always just going to be that much better than his opponents, and he's taking it and wants to dominate. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Let me throw the this right in here. Thanks again for the support on the channel. As always, it's brought to you ad-free because you guys support the channel. So thank you so much for the donations and the likes and subscribes. I appreciate that very much. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.